Imagine for a moment that our universe, with its countless stars, galaxies, and unimaginable vastness, is just one of many, perhaps an infinite number of universes existing side by side. Sounds like a concept straight out of a science fiction novel, right? But what if I told you that the idea of a multiverse isn't new? Long before the term multiverse was coined by modern physicists, ancient cultures had their own fascinating ideas about multiple worlds and parallel universes. Today on Zain Facts channel, we'll dive deep into the ancient minds that first dared to dream of realities beyond our own. From the mystics of India to the Norse sagas and even to the philosophers of Greece, we'll explore how humanity's most ancient stories and beliefs echo some of the most advanced theories of today. But first, a quick question. Have you ever wondered if your life could be playing out differently in another universe? Stick around because you might just find out how that idea has roots stretching back thousands of years. Welcome to Zain Facts channel, where we unravel the mysteries of history, science, and everything in between. If you love exploring intriguing ideas and mind-bending concepts, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our curious community. And now, let's embark on this cosmic journey together. The many worlds of ancient India. Our first stop on this multiverse exploration is ancient India, a land rich with mythology and cosmic visions. The ancient Indian texts known as the are treasure troves of stories about creation, destruction, and yes, multiple universes. According to these texts, the universe undergoes endless cycles of creation and destruction known as. But here's the mind-blowing part. Each kalpa represents a different universe with its own unique set of gods, beings, and realities. In Hindu cosmology, time itself is cyclical, with each kalpa lasting billions of years. At the end of each kalpa, the universe dissolves into a state of non-being, only to be reborn in a new form, potentially with new laws of nature. This process repeats infinitely, suggesting that the multiverse is not a static set of universes, but an ever-evolving dynamic array of worlds. Interesting fact 1. The Vishnu Purana, one of the most revered Hindu scriptures, describes the multiverse as a cluster of egg-shaped universes, each contained within a cosmic shell, and all floating in the infinite ocean of the cosmos. This ancient idea eerily resembles modern cosmological theories about bubble universes, where each universe could be a bubble in a vast cosmic foam. Interesting fact 2. In the Bhagavata Purana, there is a fascinating story about the avatar of Vishnu, known as Vamana, who expanded his form to cover the entire universe and beyond, suggesting the existence of infinite worlds beyond our own. This tale symbolizes the idea that divine consciousness can encompass multiple realities, a notion that parallels the idea of a consciousness-aware multiverse. Ancient Indian thinkers also entertained the possibility of life in other worlds. Some texts mention Devalokas, or divine worlds, where gods reside, and Patala, the underworlds inhabited by serpentine beings called. These realms were thought to exist simultaneously with our own, yet they were inaccessible through ordinary means, a concept not too different from the idea of parallel dimensions that modern physics explores. Furthermore, the Vedic scriptures describe a multiverse governed by the laws of karma and dharma, where souls travel through various planes of existence based on their actions. This journey through different realities is reminiscent of the modern idea that different decisions in one universe could lead to different outcomes in another, potentially creating parallel universes where different versions of ourselves exist. Interesting fact 3. The Ramayana, another epic Hindu text, introduces the concept of Lankapuri, a realm existing on a different plane from the human world, accessible only through special means. This aligns with the idea of hidden or parallel universes that can only be reached under certain conditions, a theme that recurs in many mythologies around the world. Interesting fact 4. Some interpretations of Hindu cosmology suggest that there are 14 worlds or planes of existence divided into upper, middle, and lower realms, each with its own distinct inhabitants and realities. These worlds are interconnected, yet they exist independently, a structure that closely mirrors the modern concept of a multiverse. Norse myths and the 9 realms. Next, let's travel to the icy realms of Norse mythology, where the ancient Vikings believed in the existence of 9 distinct worlds, each connected by the massive ash tree. These realms, ranging from the fiery to the misty, were home to gods, giants, dwarves, and humans. The Norse idea of these different realms is one of the earliest conceptions of parallel worlds, each with its own set of rules and inhabitants. Yggdrasil, the world tree, was central to Norse cosmology. It was believed to stretch across all 9 realms, binding them together. This tree was not just a symbol, but also a literal bridge between these worlds, suggesting that while the realms were separate, they were also interconnected in profound ways. The idea of a cosmic structure connecting multiple universes is a theme that resonates with modern string theory, which posits that our universe could be one of many connected by higher dimensional strings. Interesting fact 5. According to the Prose Edda, a 13th century Icelandic manuscript, these 9 realms include the realm of the gods, Midgard, the human world, and Helheim, the underworld, among others. This interconnected cosmic structure bears a striking resemblance to modern ideas about parallel universes connected by some form of cosmic web or bridge. Interesting fact 6. The concept of Ragnarok, the Norse apocalypse, describes the destruction and rebirth of these worlds, hinting at the cyclical nature of the cosmos and the possible rebirth of new universes, a theme that resonates with the multiverse concept. Some scholars even suggest that could be seen as a cosmic reset, where the destruction of one universe leads to the creation of another, similar to the Big Bounce theory in modern cosmology. In Norse mythology, each realm had its own unique properties and inhabitants, creating a rich tapestry of parallel worlds. For instance, the land of the giants was a wild and untamed place, in stark contrast to the orderly and divine. This variety among the realms mirrors the idea that different universes in a multiverse could have entirely different physical laws, landscapes, and life forms. Moreover, the Norse believed that the fate of these realms was intertwined. Events in one realm could have consequences in another, much like the idea in quantum mechanics that events in one part of the universe can influence distant regions, a phenomenon known as quantum entanglement. This interconnection suggests that the Norse may have intuitively grasped the idea of a multiverse where different realities are not entirely isolated, but are linked in subtle ways. Interesting fact 7. In Niflheim, one of the 9 realms, there existed a well called Vergomir, from which all rivers in the 9 realms flowed. This well was considered the source of life and death, symbolizing the interconnectedness of all realms. The idea of a central source or origin that influences multiple realities is reminiscent of the modern concept of a multiverse with a common origin point, such as the Big Bang. Interesting fact 8. Muspelheim, the realm of fire, was home to the fire giants and was believed to be a place of eternal flames. This realm played a crucial role in Ragnarok, where the fire giants would march across the Bifrost Bridge to bring about the end of the world. The concept of a fiery end that leads to rebirth resonates with the idea of universes undergoing cycles of destruction and creation. The multiverse in ancient Greece. The ancient Greeks were no strangers to pondering the mysteries of existence, and their philosophers often speculated about the nature of reality. One of the most intriguing figures in this regard was Democritus, a pre-Socratic philosopher known for his atomic theory. Democritus proposed that the universe was composed of infinite atoms moving in a void, and he suggested the existence of countless worlds beyond our own. Democritus's ideas were radical for his time. He envisioned a cosmos filled with innumerable worlds, some similar to our own and others vastly different. These worlds could exist in different stages of development. Some might be in the process of formation, while others could be nearing their end. This concept of a dynamic, ever-changing multiverse predates many modern theories by thousands of years. Interesting fact, Democritus believed that these other worlds could vary in size, composition, and even contain different forms of life, a radical idea that predated the modern multiverse theory by over 2 millennia. His vision of a cosmos teeming with diverse worlds is echoed in the modern concept of a multiverse where each universe could have its own unique set of physical laws and inhabitants. Interesting fact. Later, the philosopher Anaximander introduced the concept of the apeiron, an infinite and boundless reality from which everything originates. He suggested that the universe we experience is just one of many possible manifestations emerging from this limitless source. This idea of an infinite source giving rise to multiple realities closely aligns with the modern notion of a multiverse, where infinite possibilities can unfold in countless different ways. Anaximander's apeiron wasn't just a philosophical abstraction. It was considered a fundamental force that could generate and sustain multiple worlds. This aligns with the idea in contemporary cosmology that there might be a fundamental multiverse framework or quantum field from which different universes emerge. Each of these universes could have its own unique characteristics, much like how Anaximander imagined different worlds emerging from the Epeiron. Interesting fact. The Greek philosopher Epicurus, who followed in the footsteps of Democritus, also believed in the existence of multiple worlds. Epicurus thought that these worlds could exist far beyond our observable universe and that some might even be similar to our own. This early concept of parallel worlds existing beyond our perception is eerily similar to modern ideas about the multiverse, where other universes could be fundamentally unobservable yet still exist. Interesting fact. Aristotle, one of the most influential Greek philosophers, proposed that while our universe was unique, there could be other spheres or realms beyond it, governed by different principles. Although Aristotle's view was more restrictive compared to Democritus and Anaximander, it still hinted at the possibility of other realms that lie beyond our comprehension, a precursor to the idea of hidden dimensions in modern physics. Greek mythology also contributed to the concept of multiple realities. The myth of Orpheus, who descended into the underworld to retrieve his beloved Eurydice, can be seen as an exploration of different planes of existence. The underworld, while part of the same cosmos as the human world, operated under different rules and was a realm of shadows and spirits, a concept similar to the idea of parallel dimensions where different physical laws might apply. Interesting fact. The concept of Hades, the Greek underworld, was not just a place of punishment, but a parallel realm where souls continued to exist after death. This idea of a continued existence in a different plane mirrors the modern multiverse theory, where different versions of reality could persist independently of one another. Interesting fact. The idea of the many worlds in Greek thought was also reflected in the belief in multiple afterlives. The Elysian Fields, Tartarus, and the Asphodel Meadows were all different realms where souls could end up depending on their earthly deeds. This concept of different posthumous destinations suggests an early intuition of multiple coexisting realities that are determined by one's actions, an idea that parallels the modern notion of parallel universes being influenced by different choices or events. Chinese cosmology and the infinite realms. Shifting our focus to ancient China, we find a rich tapestry of cosmological ideas that also hints at a multiverse-like concept. In Chinese mythology and philosophy, the universe was often seen as a vast, dynamic entity with multiple layers of existence, each influencing the other. One of the central concepts in ancient Chinese cosmology is that of qi, the vital force that flows through all things, connecting different realms and dimensions. The ancient Chinese believed in the existence of a celestial realm, an earthly realm, and an underworld, each with its own distinct characteristics and inhabitants. The celestial realm was home to the gods and immortals, the earthly realm was the domain of humans, and the underworld was where souls went after death. These realms were not isolated but interconnected, with events in one realm often affecting the others. Interesting fact, in Taoist thought there is a concept known as Hundun, which represents the primordial chaos from which all things emerged. This chaos is infinite and boundless, much like the modern idea of a multiverse where countless realities could emerge from a state of quantum flux. Interesting fact, ancient Chinese texts such as the Shanhai Jing, classic of mountains and seas, describe various mythical lands and creatures that exist beyond the known world. These lands are often depicted as separate realms with their own unique rules and inhabitants, suggesting an early intuition of parallel worlds existing alongside our own. Moreover, Chinese alchemy and mysticism often explored the idea of transcending the physical world to access higher planes of existence. Taoist sages believed that through spiritual practices one could achieve immortality and ascend to the heavens, effectively moving from one realm of reality to another. This belief in the possibility of moving between different planes of existence is strikingly similar to modern theories that propose the existence of higher dimensions or parallel universes that could potentially be accessed under certain conditions. Interesting fact. The Taoist concept of the three pure ones, who are considered the highest deities in Taoism, suggests a cosmology where multiple levels of existence are governed by different divine principles. Each of the three pure ones presides over a different cosmic realm, reflecting a multiverse-like structure where different universes or dimensions are ruled by different fundamental forces. Interesting fact, the I Ching, Book of Changes, one of the oldest Chinese texts, is based on the idea that the universe is in a constant state of flux, with countless possibilities and outcomes. The hexagrams in the I Ching represent different states of the universe, suggesting an early form of multiverse theory where every possible outcome exists simultaneously in different realities. The legacy of ancient multiverse concepts in modern thought. As we've journeyed through the ancient worlds of India, Norse mythology, Greece, and China, it's clear that the idea of multiple universes is far from a modern invention. These ancient conceptions of the multiverse, though expressed in mythological and philosophical terms, share remarkable similarities with the theories being explored by physicists today. Whether through the cyclic creation of worlds in Hindu cosmology, the nine realms of Norse mythology, the infinite worlds of Greek thought, or the layered realities of Chinese cosmology, humanity has long been captivated by the idea that our reality is just one of many. In modern times, the multiverse theory has gained traction in both scientific and popular culture. Theoretical physicists like Hugh Everett and Brian Greene have developed complex models to explain how a multiverse could exist, often drawing on ideas that seem to echo these ancient beliefs. From quantum mechanics to string theory, the notion that there could be infinite universes with different laws of physics is no longer just a speculative idea. It's a serious scientific hypothesis. Interesting fact. The many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics proposed by Hugh Everett in 1957 suggests that every possible outcome of a quantum event actually occurs, each in its own separate universe. This theory of parallel universes is strikingly similar to the ancient Greek and Hindu ideas of multiple worlds existing simultaneously, each with its own unique reality. Interesting fact. The concept of a cosmic multiverse in modern cosmology, where different regions of space could have different physical constants and laws, mirrors the ancient Norse idea of the nine realms connected by Yggdrasil. Just as these realms had different characteristics and inhabitants, modern scientists believe that different universes in the multiverse could have entirely different properties and forms of life. As we continue to explore the mysteries of the cosmos, it's fascinating to see how ancient cultures laid the groundwork for ideas that continue to inspire and challenge us today. The multiverse, once a concept relegated to myth and philosophy, now stands at the forefront of scientific inquiry, reminding us that the human imagination has always been capable of envisioning realities far beyond our own. So what do you think? Could these ancient multiverse concepts have been onto something long before modern science caught up? The idea that there are countless worlds, each with its own unique reality, is as mind-bending today as it was thousands of years ago. Whether you're a believer in the multiverse or simply fascinated by the idea, one thing is clear. The human quest to understand the cosmos is a journey that transcends time and culture. If you enjoyed this exploration into ancient conceptions of the multiverse, don't forget to hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Zain Facts channel for more deep dives into the mysteries of our universe. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep looking beyond the stars.